How many times in your childhood your parents gave you chocolate or ice cream for behaving nicely with the guest or reciting a poem in front of the guest? Food as a reward. Your birthday, New Year, every achievement of your life, your new car or new house, you celebrate by offering food to your loved ones. Food as a symbol of happiness and joy. When you are angry, dissatisfied, you don't eat food to show your anger and protest. Food as an expression of your emotion. We eat food not for nourishment but for pleasure and comfort. When food is so deeply rooted in our psychology and culture, is it possible to change our food and the way we are eating it in the name of weight loss and fitness? This question is difficult to answer, and this is the reason majority of the people fail to lose weight in a long run. My dear friends, in this video I am sharing 3 research studies about weight loss conducted by leading universities and health experts. I am sure this video is going to help you in your weight loss journey. Study number 1. If you want to lose weight and keep healthy, you need to check your dinner time. According to a study published in Endocrine Society Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, eating a late dinner may contribute to weight gain. The study explains how eating a late dinner affects your glucose tolerance and reduces the amount of fat burned by your body. So, eating a late dinner can cost you consequences like diabetes and obesity. The researchers studied 20 healthy volunteers and examined how they metabolize dinner eaten at 10 p.m. compared to dinner eaten at 6 p.m. All the volunteers went to bed at 11 p.m. The researcher found that blood sugar levels were higher and the amount of fat burned was lower with later dinner time, even when the same meal was provided at 2 different times. Study number 2, Food and Emotions, conducted by Arnaldo Health Mexico. According to this study, 90% of the people overlook the key to weight loss, and diets fail because people don't address the emotional aspects of food. Suppose you want to lose weight, and by applying all the diets and exercise you have lost 3 to 5 kgs of weight in first 2 to 3 months. But according to this study, you are going to gain the weight back. Dr. Deanna Robinson, a neuropsychologist and a program director of integrated medicine at Arnaldo Health, says it is not surprising if 2 out of 3 people who lost 5% of their weight initially gain it back. We don't consider our emotional relationship with food. From our childhood, we are emotionally attached to food. We relate food to our happiness, stress, anxiety, and mood swings. According to the study, we need to do more than just think about what we eat. We need to understand why we are eating. When we eat a good or tasty food, or in any favorable situation, our brain releases a neurotransmitter known as dopamine. Dopamine is also called happy hormone, and we get happiness in eating the food. That's how we end up overeating. The study says you have to change the way you deal with your emotion. Stop eating food to satisfy your emotion or mental status. See food as a nourishment, a medicine, not as a coping mechanism. Stop eating food for pleasure. Study number 3, named The Effects of Obesity Mirror Dose of Aging, conducted by Concordia University, Canada. Here, researchers argue that obesity should be considered premature aging. They look at how obesity predisposes people to acquiring the kinds of potentially life-alerting or life-threatening disease normally seen in older individuals. Compromised genomes, weakened immune system, decreased cognition, increased chance of developing type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and other illness. Globally, an estimated 1.9 billion adults and 380 million children are overweight or obese. According to World Health Organization, more people are dying from being overweight than underweight. In this paper published in the Journal of Obesity Review, the researcher argued that obesity should be considered premature aging.